seen the rain on the fringe, seen the putters go cold. A triple bogey story, never meant to be told. I'm in the bunker, Brian holding on to the hope, while my 9-9 rhymes slipping on the mud covered slope. 150 to the pin, feeling light in the chest, but the sand trap soldiers never getting no rest. I took a divot out the earth, felt the weight of lie. Asked the golf gods why, while I look at the sky. Many men, wishing paws upon me. If I hit the fairway, will they notice the G? Sand trap soldiers, we don't ever back down, even when we're shooting 90 plus in this town. Many men, wishing paws upon me, but my handicap is higher than it's meant to be. I'm a soldier, I'm a solider. Put it in the hole, put it on the green, put it on your soul. Timmy in the long grass, Joel looking for the ball. In the end to the bunker basement, we don't fear to fall. Part 3, heart rate high, sweat on the brow. We ain't professionals, but we here for it now. Mid-handicap heroes, slicing hooks in the trees, but we standing on the tee with a breeze in the knees. This is North Carolina, this the Wake Forest grind, leaving all the bogeys and the drama behind.
First episode back in the saddle, preparing for the golf tournament we got coming up in November. Brian, in case you don't know, there's like 20 people signed up, so there's a couple people I actually don't know. So I'm Brian. You got Joel. Wave, Joel.
Hey, it's me. How are you?
All right, and Timmy.
Bates.
You guys, Timmy Bates. There we go. The real Timmy right now, I believe.
That's right.
All right, so the purpose of the show today, In the Bunker, is what we're going to call this podcast leading up to our golf tournament in November. The purpose we want to talk about is handicaps, because I played golf with a couple of people from our group, and I've heard various statements about handicaps, from I don't even know what a handicap is, to I don't know my handicap, to why should I keep a good handicap, because if I go in and my handicap is low, I'm going to get robbed. So, Joel, you want to kind of give us the lowdown on what a handicap means?
All right. So before I say what a handicap means, I want everybody to know the purpose of the handicap is to make this golf tournament to where if you have an accurate handicap, you can still win your flight, you can still win overall. There's several different ways you can win as long as you don't bust your handicap, and we'll go into it right now. So this tournament's it's 2 days of stroke play, right? Stroke play means you're going to play your own ball the whole time, right? We're in 2 great courses in the Southern Pinehurst area. All scores are recorded as gross scores. And then we'll take your handicap and adjust to your net score. Okay, so we'll explain that as we go on as well. So, if you don't have a handicap, I think Timmy's going to explain later how to figure out your handicap. Right? Yep. There's several ways to do it. You don't have to do a paid version, but basically you got to play some accurate golf, right? And what I mean by that is
no mulligans.
There's literally no extra strokes, right? There's no do-overs unless you hit the ball into a penalty area, right? So everything's straight up golf. So I encourage you, if you don't have a handicap, playing one ball the whole time, counting each stroke. That's the way you get a really accurate handicap, and we'll put you in the correct flight. So your handicap, each course has a slope rating, which is basically a difficulty rating, right? So if you have a handicap of 18, you times it by the slope, right? Then you handicap index times slope divided by a certain ratio, right? Then it's rounded to the nearest number, right? So we get all that. we input it so that you're divided into 3 flights. So we have a Group A flight, a Group B flight, and a Group C flight based on handicap. So here again, there's prizes to win your flight. There's prizes to win overall gross and net. So there's a lot of ways you can win, but the key to us doing this accurately from the beginning is to have an accurate handicap. There again, 3 flights. Flight A is basically a 0, a scratch golfer, to right at 13. We'll have to adjust that a little. We'll adjust the flight so we have it kind of an equal amount of players in each group, right? If you remember Scotty Scheffler last year news conference, he goes out and plays with a bunch of golfers that have handicaps of like 10 to 15, and they beat him because they play their golf. He plays his golf, net scores, gross scores computed. Somehow he ends up losing sometimes. This is based off of each round, a specific set of tees, a specific course rating, and slope rating, and par for that day. Anything else you want to chime in before we move on to the anti-sandbagging?
There's some stuff I want to come back to, but I think we can move on and come back to the other stuff.
Okay. So when we talk about sandbagging, it's a rule to protect the integrity of the game. It's not to discourage good play at all. But if you come in and you say you have a handicap of an 18, right? And 18, if it's par 72, your 18 handicap, that means you should be shooting around 90. Okay, simple math, right? If for some reason you come in 6 shots below your handicap, that means you get flagged. You're flagged in the system, right? We have to review. The committee will review it, or the superintendent, Brian Pruitt, will review it. And basically, you're going to get reevaluated, right? We're going to either move you to a different flight for day 2 or adjust your handicap as needed, right? So where the penalized portion comes in is when you adjust it from gross to net, right? So basically, instead of it being a par 72 for you busted, it's now a par 67, right? Because you went way under, right? There's no real penalty for going over, all right? It's just for guys. And this is a rule that's used worldwide in a lot of tournaments.
And that's after -5. Like, you have to be 6 under with your handicap for that to.
Yes. 5 is a good number. 6 is when you bust, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. You bust at 6. So if you would have shot, if you would have shot an 85, you would be okay. But if you shot an 84, and you would have busted. Yes.
Right. So this is why it's accurate for some folks to go out and get a true handicap, right? You're recording every score, every drop ball, 1 ball at a time, right? So you want to count every stroke, every putt, right? To where you come in, you have a clean handicap. Hey, this is what I played my last 4 rounds. I've shot, 98, 96, 101, and 94, right? So it's an average of those 3. I think you might get to drop your top 1, but we'll figure all that out. So again, it's not to punish anybody for playing well. It's just if you're telling me you're a 20 handicap and you come in and shoot an 80, that's you just probably played either the greatest round of golf in your life, or you're flat out flubbing your handicap. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yep, you'll be flagged in the system. The penalty will be triggered. You'll be reevaluated for day 2 and moved out of the flight or into a different flight, right? So if you're in the B flight and all of a sudden you shoot a record score, you're going to be moved to the next flight up. Yep. So you get reevaluated and moved to a different flight. So
now, Joel, on the opposite side of that, like, you see your handicaps let's say 18 or something, you end up shooting, way higher than that. Or we're not readjusting that. That's the handicap you told us. So that's the handicap you get, right?
Yeah, you won't be you only get quote unquote punished for playing good. Right? Because it's anyone's capable of going in there and just putting up a huge number. But that huge number may be what they normally shoot. They just don't keep real golf scores. Right. Some people may say, "Hey, I'm consistently in the 90s," and when we go out there and play, like we've always seen, it's a 115, and you're losing $20 to Brian because he knows you're lying.
No mulligans. There's a drop. That's an extra stroke there.
Yeah. I mean, we are playing. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so you are one of the lowest handicap. I think it's you and Adam and Todd are the lowest handicaps in the group. So do you feel that this punishes the lower handicap players?
No, not because you're already in a flight, right?
Right.
If you're accurate with your handicap, like you the last 5 or 6 times we played together, you guys have counted every stroke, every putt out. So your typical range, right? There's some folks in our group that have never really kept score, right? They're always playing in a tournament or a type of event where it's a group score, right? So this would benefit them. That way we know, hey, this is your roundabout score, right? And the courses we're playing are nice, and the videos I watched, they did not seem like they were extremely hard. They were golfer friendly, wide fairways, big greens. So there's a chance for some good golf and not get punished. Undulating is the word you're looking for, Jimmy.
What about length of these courses too? I mean,
so that's something we'll look at. So playing from the white tees probably more challenging than I think everyone should play from the golds. I think it'll be more fun, but we can make that a group decision and see.
Yeah. So if you don't have a handicap, Bates, how do you get one? How do you establish it? What's the process for that? How would you go about doing it?
So as a lot of people know already, but there's some people that don't know. There's a couple apps out there. They're free, and it's the ones I looked up today, which I have the GHIN. And so after I did 3 rounds, and it gave me a handicap, and it's not an official handicap, but it's something that I can use. And then after 5 rounds, you have to pay, I think, for an official handicap. But it's giving me my handicap after 5 rounds, especially if it's 3 different courses. It'll give you. So the GHIN, there's Swing You 3 birdies. Is that what it's called?
18 birdies.
18 birdies.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple others out there. It's just apps, and basically when you put in your score, and you put in the course, you put in what tees you're playing off of, it's going to come in with the scale or something, whatever the course has. But again, you have to put the tee box you're hitting from. So like, I didn't know that right away. So then I had to go back and adjust mine, where I was like, hey, I'm playing from the whites, not from the blacks. So I went back and adjusted that, and it changed my handicap a little bit. But again, there's no mulligans. It's you enter water. It's like, hey, you got to go with the point of entry. There's a lot of things in there that I went out and played with a guy that is not part of this group, obviously, but he went out there and he lost 9 golf balls off the driving range or off the tee box. And he gets done. He's like, I shot an 84. I was like, well, that's not possible. You literally you re-teed 9 times. So that just wasn't possible. But yeah, you got to have a correct score. Otherwise, you're really just hurting yourself is what you're doing. So
that's correct. Yeah.
You post all them scores, and then once you get to the 3rd one, at least with the GHIN, I know that because I use it. After 3rd one, it gave me what they thought my index was and what my handicap was. And then now that I've got 5 rounds in, it's even got more accurate. So.
Yeah, just remember on your scorecard, it'll say black, white, gold, and it'll give you the yardage. Then it'll give you a 3-digit slope rating. So the slope rating with your tees, with your score, is how you get an accurate handicap for 3 or 4 rounds.
And so it's fair to say we can start now. So like guys that had no idea what their handicap was, it's fair to say that they could start playing now and have a true handicap before November.
Absolutely. And I know, I mean, the heat coming in right now, I mean, you could still even go out in later in the summer or right 3 months before we go out, and you can adjust it from there. I mean,
yeah, I would assume our tens of listeners for this are going to go out and see, okay. Because I know a couple guys on there, and I'm like,
yeah, there's a lot.
There's way too low. Like,
Yeah. I don't think anybody is sandbagging with us. I think some people think they have a lower handicap than they really should have.
Yeah,
and they're going to hurt.
I think it's reversed.
Well, some of that is too that some of those guys registered and had no idea, so I just threw everybody at 35. I think the max handicap that you can actually have is a 50, and I'm not going to lie, I think there's a couple in our group that are probably close to that 50 handicap. That's what they're going to go out. They're going to go out and shoot a 120. You know, there's a couple in the group.
Yeah. I could shoot a 120.
Yeah, I have shot a 120.
recently.
Yeah, me too.
So another thing with that, so when you're doing a handicap, and I know Brian has said one thing, and Joel, just correct me if I'm wrong, but like par 4, and I mean, you're just having a brutal hole, and you're in your 8th shot, and you're still on the green. Are we counting all them strokes going through, or?
Yeah, because with yours now, here's a prime example. It's a par 4, and it's the hardest hole on the course, right? With your adjusted handicap, it could, when it rolls it out, that could be a par 6 for someone, right? With an adjusted score. So it's that's how it feeds off of it too, is like the hardest to the least, right? This is the hardest par 4. You can even chat GPT and it'll say, hey, this will be rated as a par 5 for you. Because that's how, when I go back to Scotty Scheffler, that's how he gets beat, because he's playing skins. Well, with my handicap, this is a par 5, right? So that's how it works out.
But again, for the guys, especially the guys in C group and all that, like if they get to like triple boat or triple par, I mean, they could probably pick up at that point. Like if they're par 4 and they're at 10.
I know for the app, when you're calculating your true handicap, it will not let you record more than 5 over on a hole. So for a par 5, it won't let you record more than a 10. For a par 4, it won't let you record more than a 9. So it won't let you record greater than 5 to count on any given hole for your official handicap.
So let's say that to the people that are going to listen to this, or people going, is like, if you're a higher handicap and you still want to enjoy your golf, you don't want to go out and shoot a 20 on a hole. I mean, obviously, if you keep it in the water, you can pick it up, just do +5. I think would be a good assumption.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Like if you at that point, you might
want to enjoy yourself.
Pick up. Yeah.
It can happen quickly. I mean, you think you're hitting over water, hit one.
I just seen it in the U.S. Open.
Yeah, guy was greenside bunker for eagle, and he had a 12.
Yeah, with the other side.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Rolled off. Yeah, so I think +5. And if you want to pick up as you're doing your handicap, just +5. But now be careful if you're like just shooting for bogey or something like that. Don't do +5, because then it can screw your handicap up the negative way.
Right.
So Joe, do you have any stories about where the anti-sandbag rule? I know you played some tournaments with Rob where people may have got busted or something for recording fake handicaps, or how your handicap actually helps you.
I can't remember an instance where it happened with me, but I played with some folks that were playing for money, and I knew there's no way when they, I'm supposed to give strokes out, and I'm just like, I can tell if it's saying it's no one in this group, but with Rob's tournament, like it's just, you have to submit a glorified GHIN, but they're playing for really big money over there too. So he puts a lot of work in it. He doesn't want anyone coming in. Now I played in scramble tournaments where your group had to submit individually each handicap, and you could win scramble tournaments off the net rating too. So
So Bates, what about you, since you started actually counting your handicap? I mean, you're like me. We both have recently started out. What did you realize when you started counting every stroke and playing your that one ball all the way through?
It's tough. I mean, you get on, and again, I'm pretty good off the off the tee box, but when you're not, and that ball goes 20 feet in front of you, and you're like, well, I gotta go play that again, and that just it hurts a little bit, but it hurts your confidence a little bit. But then you get a true score of what you got again. Like I said, then it can make for a long day, but then also then when you truly play well, then you're like, oh God, man, that's a great round right there. I'm there. Next round, I'm doing it.
Yeah, I found it to be pretty useful when I started actually counting every single stroke. I mean, it's
humbling.
It's very humbling sometimes.
I thought I played amazing, and I got a 102. I was like, I should have 102.
Yeah, that's how it feels. So, yeah, I mean, I think that pretty much covers. I did have a question. Joel, you briefly went over the net and gross scores.
Oh, about that.
Yeah, so I know that's going to confuse some people. Can you just explain it very briefly, or as much time as you need, about what the net score and what the gross score is, and just the difference in how it's calculated?
So, all right. So the gross score is your true score, right? Let's say it's a par 72. You shot 18 over, so you got a 90, right? So that's counting every one of your strokes. So that's your gross score. Then your net score is you go in there and it's a math function. Basically, it computes it based off the slope, based off of everything, and adjusts you down. So if you shot 18, your handicap's 18, like your net score will be a 72. That makes sense.
So is there any way?
Right. But
go ahead. Finish, please. Sorry.
Yeah. So if you were an 18 handicap and you shot, let's just say you shot a 95, right? Your adjusted score would be a 77. If you're a 30 handicap and you shoot 30 over, you adjust it down to 70. It's basically like a dragster, right? You're a 7-second dragster. You can't bust 7 seconds, but you can come at 6.99999 and win it. I mean, you can beat any car out there.
So this slope rating or whatever it is, so again, if you have a true handicap, whatever, let's for common sense sake, it's 18. So you shoot a 90, it's par, right? But you're on the slope rating has nothing to do with that per the course. And so like if you're 18 handicap and you shoot 90, then you're a par, or is it change due to the slope rating for the course, or how does that work out? And will we know that going in? Like this is.
So yes, it's the course rating. So your handicap is adjusted based off of the course rating, if I'm not mistaken. And Joel, correct me if I'm wrong, but if it's a harder course, let's say your handicap was at 18 and it's a harder course, your handicap for that course may be a 19 or 20.
Correct.
So we can tell people that beforehand, and then that's still based off of 72, or whatever the par is for that course.
Yeah. So you could have an 18 handicap, but be playing a really easy course from the Golds, because it has a different course handicap. The slope is very easy. So this is going to say, hey, you should be a 15 handicap on this course. I don't know the two courses we're playing, how that works, but you shoot a 92 and you have a handicap of 18 on that course, your net score is a 74. That's how you continue to win if you have an accurate handicap, right? If you come in and you say, I have a handicap of 100, and we know there's no way your handicap of 28, right? That's 100, right? And we know it's 435 or higher, and you go out and shoot a 115. You're never going to win with your gross score or your net score, Okay.
It's already 15 over, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and then there's the opposite side of that, to where if they come in and say I'm an 18 handicap, I know we keep using that as an example. So if they say they're an 18 handicap and they're playing some of the best golf of their life, well, that's one of those where if they come in 5 over on that last hole, well, we're going to reassess that card, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That means you're
5 over.
sandbagging, and you're trying not to get caught if you come in and just miraculously make your handicap on the last hole.
Do we honestly have anybody that you think's doing that with a score? Which I don't know everybody on this, but
I've only heard of one that I heard was way off. But again, these aren't their official. You don't declare your real handicap until the registration.
Is it top names?
No. It's one of Joel's boys. He invited. He had like a 28 handicap, and I heard he's like a 15 or 17 or something like that.
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. So, So I think that's pretty good information for everybody that didn't have an idea. Is there anything else we should add to that?
I don't think so.
No, I mean, Timmy talked about the apps. They're all free, or you could literally go into ChatGPT, list your scores, your tees, and the slope rating, and it'll generate you an estimated handicap as well.
You can also play in most of these apps. You can play 9 holes, and then it won't. You're going to have to pay more 9 holes, but it will aggregate it together, showing that it'll give you a handicap after a while. But
it's
still just play 9.
Yeah, it's hopefully everyone in the group will play golf 3 to 4 times from now until November, and if we get that score recorded, we can actually look across the board, flight people as they should be flighted, so it makes it more fun, and everybody has a chance at winning.
Also, can we add like anybody in our group that wants to, like, as long as you got like a couple days notice, if you're gonna you want to go golfing and you want to force them, or you just need an addition or something like that, throw it out there in that chat we have on what's the
it's a WhatsApp chat.
WhatsApp. Just throw it out there, because a lot of people live in Raleigh, some live in Charlotte, some live west of Charlotte. So yeah, let's play together sometimes.
All right. So the rule takeaway, was to know your handicap and have an accurate handicap. And then the prep takeaway is to make sure that it's accurate and current, right? So know your handicap and make sure it's accurate and current, because it's going to affect you in the tournament. What else? Any other stuff y'all just want to talk about? Any prep? Any questions?
No, I echo what Timmy said. If people want to play golf, I know Brian is in Raleigh, Todd Thames, we meet in the middle somewhere and play golf, and play real golf. Play real honest golf, right? That's all we want you to do, and get a score.
Have fun.
Record it. Have fun too. I mean, I think when you're playing every shot, it may not sound like fun, but it makes it, when you do better, more enjoyable, right? Because if you're hitting a ball off the tee and lose it, and you go out and get another ball off the tee, and then somehow you par that hole, do you really find joy in that, right? Because you didn't. You would have had an 8, So that's what we're trying to avoid, right?
Also, I want to add, like, especially the group that's going to play with us, if you have any questions, because we're going to do another segment of this, correct?
Yeah, the plan is to do one a month. So we got some. Right. So we're going to focus on like some rules next month. We'll do one every month until we get there in November. Yeah.
I think we're going to have one where it talks about actually the group play and how that works out as far as winning the group and things like that, of who's keeping score if we're doing it online, or, people are watching over each other and the card or stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff we got to talk about, but anybody's got any questions or anything like that, absolutely raise them, because I got tons of questions. So We're gonna have it's gonna be a
Yeah, I was
blast.
gonna mention the same thing. If anyone does watch this and is like, hey, what about this? Be a good time because we enjoy talking about this. We want to. I mean, we have 20 golfers. We'd love to keep this going every year, and just show up and play and do a Ryder Cup style event. It'd be great. So.
Yeah,
And
I
if
would
it's
say
a question you have, then it's probably a question that other people have too. So don't feel free to. I won't say there's no dumb questions, but
yeah. Well, I did want to do in the beginning like this wall of past champions, but it would just be Joel's picture for like the last 10 years. So figured you're on the call, buddy.
I'm asleep in most of those pictures too.
Yeah, you were. Well, I mean, you do a lot of sleeping on these trips, so
you got a nap. Got a nap.
I gotta take naps. 9:30. I'm dying. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got belts. I've got trophies too, buddy. Got your name on it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bates.
Show you the Venmo transactions for the last few days.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, what are we talking about? I don't have Venmo handy. But yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't really have anything else unless you guys do, man.
No. Next one we'll be covering rules of play, right?
Rules of play. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this and you have any questions on the format and rules of play, when we talk about rules of play, it's like hitting a shot off a tee out of bounds or in the water. How do you record that score? So that's what's coming up next week or next month. Sorry.
Yep.
And then after that, we're going to talk about side events after golf. Like we might have a cornhole tournament. We might have something else going on.
Yeah, we'll talk about money we're collecting for prizes and food. That way, no one has to worry about anything. So, looking forward.
Also, whether we want to give a little money to a charity, and then we collect that and give it a charity. So.
And Brian, I got a question for you.
Go for
it. Can the information we talked about can they find it on your website?
Yep, absolutely. That's a great question. So all of the rules are on sandtrapsoldiers.com where everybody registered. You can also see how much money you owe. You can set up when you want to pay, all that stuff. Everybody does have to be paid by October the 1st in full. So that's when we got to pay for everything at the lodge. So, and then that is all your lodging and your golf, your green fees. The only thing that we'll collect after that's the registration fee, which is $75, and that'll be 3 days worth of dinner and all your prizes.
Right, and we encourage side betting.
Oh yeah,
it's encouraged. It's encouraged.
Love some side bets.
I would love to make it so big where we could do skins on each hole where we compare.
You can do that.
It's par 5, and Timmy birdied. He got the only birdie, so that's a skin hole.
Well,
right? That's ought to work for 20 people.
Are we going to do the damn handicap with that? Because I might be like, I should be getting a 7 or something. So birdie that might be a 6.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how that works.
Well, then that sounds like nothing I'm playing.
I don't think prizes are based off of net scores. They're all gross scores.
That sounds like an A player that's talking.
All right, fellas.
Yeah.
Well, appreciate it, and we'll talk to you guys next time.
Till next time, brother. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for
See
being on.
Yep.
Yep.